I was born in the year 1999, and that same year, Cartoon Network released one of their best shows ever made, in my opinion. This show, just like many of you, gave me nightmares.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bay. But creepy stuff happens in nowhere. It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid dog! You made me look bad!
Courage the Cowardly Dog was released in 1999 and ran to 2002 on Cartoon Network. It is a show that I grew up very, very fond of. A show that I loved watching because if you haven't seen my previous reviews in Halloween or just my horror loving self, I love scary stuff, and as a kid, I was drawn into the spooky elements of stuff. Like, even if it was like a happy show and there was like Halloween episodes, they were usually something I was more into than their like Valentine's Day's one or like Christmas ones. There's a ton of them. I mean, like, my favorite cartoon of all time is SpongeBob because, I mean, I love the comedy, but some of my favorite SpongeBob episodes are the ones that are just like a little different, a little icky. This show is entirely that. That is this show. Seriously. This show takes everything you think a kid show is supposed to be, which it is for the most part. I mean, it got great cartoon animation. I'm pretty sure it's hand drawn. I mean, obviously there's a lot of like CGI elements in episodes we'll talk about, but this show truly takes the concept of a kid show and says, we're gonna scare your kids. We wanna show messed up things. We wanna introduce your kids to a good time, a good funny 30, 20-minute episodes per week, and then probably scare them every week. And a lot of you probably watching this video did grow up with this show. And if you didn't grow up with the show, then I don't know if you could watch it today and still get the same type of like scares, because I watched a ton of episodes this month. I did not get to watch the whole show. I do own the whole show on DVD. I didn't get to watch the entirety, but the thing is, I watching it this past month just brought back to my childhood first off, which I love doing. That's the best part of like living life, is having nostalgia of that kind of stuff. And this show truly does give you like kid humor, which is always fun. It's a fun show. But like I said, it takes elements from many just horror genres, aspects of aliens, zombies, mummies, treasure, curses. I mean, all ghosts, goblins, everything, and it adds to the show. And I believe I remember hearing this for the longest time. The show did end. It was canceled because it scared too many children. They were like, Cartoon Network, you were like, you've gone too far, wrap it up, which is kind of weird because like obviously they didn't air Goosebumps like live in the 90s, but I remember growing up when they showed all the reruns, and to me Goosebumps is live action and can be more dangerous. So for them to say Courage the Cowardly Dog is too scary, sometimes you can honestly agree, because like I said, this show has moments, and again, there's so many episodes, there's so much we could talk about. This could be a long review, but I want about 3 episodes, 3 moments in particular growing up. The first one is, I forget which episode it is. I'm showing the footage while you're hearing my voice. Courage is going up this tower, basically. I think it's in New York, and he's opening these doors, and we're getting these just strange images that aren't cartoon-based. There's these weird images, and of course, the one image I'm talking about is this claymation girl. Oh my gosh, guys, you're watching, as you saw in the footage I just showed you, it's claymation, so it's a different viewpoint in the animation style, and so as a kid, it's just like, it's off-putting, and that's what the show's trying to do, and it does it so well, and I really love that kind of stuff. The next moment is, I forget again. I should have looked up each episode name. The last one we'll talk about, I do know, but the second one is, of course, a moment I think a lot of people agree with me. Courage is trying to sleep. You're watching the footage, and he's basically sleeping, and he just sees this very weird image, and I don't know if it's claymation. It's a face slash uterus, and I don't know what to say. It is absolutely haunting as a kid. That stuff, that was nightmares. That shot, that image gave me nightmares as a kid.
You're not perfect.
The image literally telling Courage you're not perfect. Again, that just the voiceover is, it's just creepy. Hearing it as a kid, like just saying you're not perfect, like that, like they're really trying to like mess you up. These producers and writers were like, we're trying to scare you. But I think everyone I talked to, the number one episode, the episode that scared the crap out of me, everyone I talked to, this is the one. And what's funny is, before I say it, this is my story. King Ramsay's Curse, the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I remember seeing this episode late at night as a kid. I think I was 7 or 8, and I remember seeing it, and it haunted me for the longest time. And it was one of those things where I didn't remember where this image came from. Like, I was like, was it a movie, a show? I just couldn't remember. Then when I was like 13 or 12, I was older, I saw like a rerun of Courage, and it was this episode. Ever since then, I was like, I'm never going to forget this episode. And I still don't. This is an absolute haunting moment in the show. It is a weird animation style. I, again, don't know if it's claymation. I have no idea. It's weird CGI moving around with the most icky looking eyes and the ickiest voice you can hear over this freaking weird thing. And it's just the sound design, the music of this episode, and then how it ends with him literally becoming in the cemetery and getting eaten by the swarm.
Return the slab.
What?
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
What's your offer?
This night you will be visited by 3 plagues, each worse than the last.
This episode is the definition of why I love my childhood nightmares, and this show did it so well. But this episode in particular, it honestly affected me in so many ways, and everyone out there I talk to always bring this episode up. A lot of people like me say it is the scariest one. I agree with you. I think it's absolutely haunting. But overall, Courage the Cowardly Dog, like I said, this could be a 20-minute review, 20-minute talking. I'm not even going to review it or grade it. I just want to talk about the show and how good it was. Again, the animation style is so well done. I'm pretty sure it's hand-drawn. A lot of CGI messed in it, but the thing is, those CGI moments are the moments that make the show memorable and freaky. And again, in the end, as a child, Courage the Cowardly Dog was a show that pushed boundaries, and I love that for it, and I'm so glad I got to grow up with this show. It came out the same year I was born, so it was meant to be, honestly. So, now the question is for you guys. What is your favorite Courage the Cowardly Dog episode? What is the scariest moment of all time for you? Have you seen the show? What do you think of the show? I mean, I want to know. This is a show that's got all the nostalgia feels, but for me, I bought the entire set on DVD. I bought it on DVD. I mean, come on. I don't buy DVDs, and I bought it on DVD because I wanted to own that show. It was just, it's classic. And you guys enjoyed this review. Again, let me know. I really want to know. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow on the last Halloween review. Be excited. I'm excited for the next one. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.